Hi everybody, recently I did a video product review for Darren Moore's and I showed you how to make this newborn baby boy stripy beanie. I'll put a link in the description to that video, but I thought wouldn't it be really nice if we had some matching booties. So I'm going to show you in this video how to make these really adorable little newborn booties, and these are for age 0 to 3 months, up to about 10 centimetres. In length. So what we're going to need is, first off, we're going to need a 3.5mm crochet hook, and we're going to need some of Darren Moore's DK baby yarn, and this is the same as light worsted weight yarn in the US. So we're going to need some of their denim blue, the darker blue, and again we're going to need some of the light blue, and we're going to need some white as well. So let's begin. Okay, so to begin, we're going to take some of the dark blue and we're going to chain 15 to begin with. So do our slip knots and then chain 15. So that's 1, 2, 14, 3, 15. Okay, just untwist that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do 2 single crochet in our second stitch from hook. So that's our first. So we're going to go into our second, which is this one, and do 2 single crochet. That's 1 and another one in the same stitch. And then we're going to do 1 single crochet in the next 12 stitches. So go straight into our next one. And it's quite important when you're working into your chains to just work into the top stitch, like there. You can see that's only going under that stitch. And the reason for that is because we're going to be working into our foundation stitches. We're going to be working into these stitches again the other side. We need to make sure we can clearly see the stitch. So how many was that? That was 3. 4, 12. And in the very last stitch we just want to do 2 single crochet like we did at the beginning. So that's 1 and another one again, same stitch, 2. Okay, so at the end of that row we should have 16 stitches. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. And now what we're going to do is we're going to turn our work clockwise, so that's just with the same side facing, just going to turn it around clockwise. We're going to work back into the same stitches, our chains again, and that's called working into your foundation stitches. And we're going to work 2 single crochet in our first foundation stitch, and that's basically exactly the same stitch as the last one we've just finished, so it technically has 4 single crochet. That's 2 in that one, and I've done a video of working into your foundation stitches in more depth, so I'll put a link into the description to that video as well. And then we're going to work 1 single crochet in the next 12 foundation stitches, so go straight into the next one, 1 and then into the next one. And because you worked your first stitches just in the top half, these foundation stitches should be really easy to see. As you can see there, that's the next one. And I'm also working the tail piece of yarn into it as well, just to keep it all nice and neat. So that's 3. And then in the very last one we're going to do 2 single crochet again. That's 1 and 2. Okay, so by the end of those rows, so you've done the first row and then gone back around the other side, you should have a total of 32 stitches. So we'll just double check. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 30, 31, 32. Excellent. So what we're going to do now at the end of that round, so now working in rounds, is we're just going to do a slip stitch into the next stitch. And the reason for this is I want to make sure that when we do colour changes they all line up at the back. So I'm just going to do a slip stitch regardless of round, like so. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to chain 2, and all our chains from now on are chain 2, and later on there'll be some chain 1s. We're going to count those as stitches, so we're going to chain 2 after that, and then we're going to work 3 double crochet into the next stitch. So we do our first double crochet, and then another one in the same stitch, and then another one in the same stitch again, so that's 3 double crochet in that stitch, like so. And then we're going to work 1 double crochet into the next 13 stitches, just working round. So it's 1 and the last one of 13. Okay, and then we're going to work 3 double crochet into the next stitch. Okay, so that's 1 and another one in the same stitch, and then another one in the same stitch again, like so. And then we're going to work 1 double crochet in the next stitch, like so. So about the camera adjustments, and then we're going to work 3 double crochet in the next stitch. So it's 1, 2, and 3. Okay, like so. And then we're going to work 1 double crochet in the next 13. So that's 1, 12, and 13. Okay, and in the very last stitch you just want to work 3 double crochet again. So that's 1, another one in the same stitch, and another one in the same stitch again, like so. And by the end of that round you should have 40 stitches, and all we're going to do is we're going to slip stitch into the top of our chain 2, which, if you can see, that was our first chain, and then our second chain is there, so we're just going to slip stitch into that stitch, which is never easy. Okay, so as if by magic I've just slip stitched into the top of our 2 chain. And all we're going to do now is we're going to chain 2, and we're going to do 1 double crochet in the next stitch, like so. And then we're going to do 2 double crochet in the next stitch, so that's 1 and 2, and then we're going to do 2 double crochet in the next stitch after that, like so. And then we're going to work 1 double crochet in the next 14 stitches. So that's 1 and 14. Okay, then you're going to work, you should be meeting up with your increase from the last round, so we're now going to do 2 double crochet in the next stitch. So that's 1 and 2. and then we're going to do 2 double crochet in the next stitch as well, which also lines up with your increase from the previous round. And then we're going to do 1 double crochet in the next 2 stitches. So that's 1 double crochet by itself, then 1 double crochet by itself, and then we're over to our other increases, and we're going to do 2 double crochet in the next stitch, and then 2 double crochet in the next stitch. And then we're going to do 1 double crochet in the next 14 stitches. So that's 1 and 14. And then we're going to do 2 double crochet in the next stitch, which lines up from our increase from the previous round. So that's 1 and 2. And then we're going to do 2 double crochet in our last stitch, which also lines up with our increase in the previous round. So it's 1 and 2. And then we're just going to do a slip stitch into the top of our 2 chain to join the round. Like so. Okay. And by the end of that round you should have 48 stitches. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to chain 1, which we're going to count as our stitch as well, without making it come off your hook. And then we're just going to be working into the front loops only instead of the whole stitch. And we're just going to do 1 single crochet in the front loops only all the way round, so that's 48 stitches. So we're just going to go straight into our first stitch here, and we're just going to, instead of going all the way through, we're just going to come up through the middle instead, like so, and then just complete a single crochet stitch. And the next one, instead of going all the way through like that, we're just going to come up through the middle and just work that loop only. And then we're just going to continue doing 1 single crochet in each front loop only until we get to the end. Okay, so I've just completed doing the 1 single crochet in the front loops only all the way around, so 48 stitches, and then all we do is we slip stitch into our chain 1, which can be a little fiddly, but persevere. This is why I tend to design patterns that work in the round, just keep going round. But when you work with changing colours, it's a good idea to always sort of chain at the beginning and then slip stitch into that to complete the round. It levels off the colours. Okay, so now we're going to chain 1 again for our next round, and we're going to work 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches. That's 1, 2. And then we're going to single crochet 2 stitches together. Sorry, I can see that on camera. So we go into the first one, grab our yarn, and then go straight into the second one, grab our yarn. So we've got 3 loops, and then tie them all together. And that's single crocheting 2 stitches together. And now we want to do 1 single crochet in the next 12 stitches. So just 1, and this is working in both loops obviously. 2, 11 and 12. And now we're actually going to half double crochet 2 stitches together, and to do that we do a yarn over as if we're doing a normal half double crochet. We go in and grab our yarn, so we've got 3 loops, then we just do yarn over again, go straight into the second stitch, grab our yarn and then yarn over, and then just pull through all the loops, and that creates our half double crochet 2 stitches together. And now we're going to do double crochet 2 stitches together, and we're going to do that 6 times. So we do yarn over, go into the next stitch, grab our yarn, and then yarn over, and then through the first 2 as if we're doing a normal double crochet stitch, but instead of completing it we're just going to do yarn over and go through the next stitch, grab our yarn, go through the first 2, yarn over, and then go through all 3, and that double crochets 2 stitches together. I'm going to do that another 5 times. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And sometimes you have to sort of fold it inside out and see what you're doing. 5. Okay, and now we're going to do another half double crochet 2 stitches together. So that's yarn over like before, go through, but yarn over, go through the next stitch, so you end up with 5 loops, and then yarn over and then pull through all 5 loops like so. And now we're just going to do 1 single crochet in the next 12 stitches. So straight into the next one. So it's 1, 11 and 12. Okay, and now we're just going to do single crochet 2 stitches together. So we go through our next stitch, grab our yarn, through the next stitch, grab the yarn, so you've got 3 loops, and yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. That's single crochets 2 stitches together. And you should have 1 stitch left, and you need to do 1 single crochet in the last stitch. Okay, and by the end of that round you should have 38 stitches. And what we're going to do now is we're going to join the light blue. So grab our yarn, light blue, and we're going to slip stitch to join the round, but instead of grabbing the dark blue, we're going to grab the light blue. So we can find our chain 1, which is, so that's our last stitch. There's our little chain 1 hidden away, a little devil. So we put our hook through and then just slip stitch that through like so, and then just pull the tail ends to tighten. And then what we're going to do is we're going to chain 1, and we're going to work 1 single crochet in the next 14 stitches. So that's 1, 2, 13 and 14, and then we're going to do a half double crochet together. So that's yarn over, go for the next stitch, grab our yarns, those 3 loops, yarn over, go straight into the next stitch. So that's just gone through. That's better. So you've got 5 loops, and then yarn over and pull through all 5 loops. And then we're going to double crochet 2 together 3 times. So into the next stitch, grab a yarn, go through the first 2, yarn over, into next stitch, go for the first 2, and then go through all 3. I'm going to do that twice more. can obviously have a lot more time and be a lot more careful than I'm being up against the clock. There we go, and then we're going to do a half double crochet together again. So that's yarn over, grab our yarn, so you've got 3, yarn over into the next stitch, so you've got 5, yarn over and pull through all 5 loops. Then we're going to do 1 single crochet in the last 13 stitches. So that's 1, 2 and then 13. Okay, and then what we're going to do, we're going to slip stitch into our chain 1, and we're going to join the white yarn this time. So we just find our chain 1, like so, and instead of joining the light blue, carrying on in the light blue, we're going to take our white yarn, like so, and we're just going to pull that through, and then just slip stitch as normal, and just pull our tail yarns to tighten. Now we're going to chain 1, and we're going to do 1 single crochet in the next 13 stitches. So let's go straight into our next stitch. So it's 1, 2 and 13, like so. Then we're going to do a half double crochet 2 together, so that's yarn over into the next stitch. So we've got 3 loops, yarn over again to our next stitch, we've got 5 loops, and then pull our yarn through all 5 loops. Then we're going to do a double crochet 2 together twice, so into our next stitch, yarn over again into the next stitch, first 2, pull through all 3, and then we're going to do 1 more of them. So go straight into our next stitch, yarn over through first 2, yarn over and then into the next stitch, yarn over the first 2 and yarn over for all 3. Then we're going to do a half double crochet 2 together, like so. And then we're going to do 1 single crochet in the last 11 stitches. 1, 2, and the last stitch, 11. Okay, and then we just slip stitch, because that isn't a stitch. It looks like a stitch because it's really wide. There we go. And then we just slip stitch into our chain 1. There we go. And just slip stitch with the white, like so. And then we get our scissors, and we're going to cut all our tail ends, like so. And we'll just pull our yarn up, and then tuck him into shape, and there we have our little booty. There we go, and we'll just get the one from earlier, like so. So this one is just identical to this one, there's no difference. And obviously you want to sew in all your tail ends as well and hide those. And there we go, some really simple newborn baby booties that complement the Darimals newborn stripy baby boy beanie that I did earlier. So I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. Sorry it was a little bit quick. I've been up against my camera clock and the battery today. I'd love to just spend hours and hours and hours helping you guys. But I'm limited by the power of my internet and my camera's capabilities. But I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. I hope you found it useful. And yeah, you can join me on Facebook, facebook.com/happyberrycrochet, or you can join me on Twitter at happyberryuk. I really hope to see you over there, and yeah, comment below, let me know what you think, and I will see you soon for more crochet. So bye 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 bye. Thanks for watching.